In your name we pray.
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. All board members are present. Mr. Wybrew is actually joining us remotely. So he did get in. He is there. We did hear him. So all board members are present for the meeting.
Vision at Madison-Grant United School Corporation is to inspire, cultivate, and promote excellence in every Argyle. And the mission, Madison-Grant is an innovative education community empowering students to be future ready. Public comments. The public is always invited to speak before the board. Please stand when recognized by the president and state your first and last name. Comments should be addressed to the board and be limited to items on the agenda. No complaints or accusations regarding personnel can be allowed during this public discussion time. A time limit of 3 minutes will be given. If more than one person is represented for a group, only one spokesperson will be heard. There is an opportunity for additional comments on non-agenda items towards the end of the meeting. Okay, we will come back to our spotlight. Our spotlight this evening is Ms. Rowan, and she's going to share about a tax preparation program that she offers the community while also utilizing a couple of our students. So when she walks in, we will interrupt where we're at and we'll come back to spotlight at that time. So approval of minutes. Before you tonight, you have the minutes from the February 3rd, 2026 regular school board meeting and executive session.
All right. Any questions? Need a motion for the approval of minutes, please. First by Mr. Haynes, second by Dr. Sneed. All those in favor? Motion passes.
Approval of vouchers. You have EFTs in the amount of $649,837.66. Checks 10-216 through 10-259 in the amount of $178,497.41. And payroll from February 13th in the amount of $273,544.88, leading us to a total of $1,101,879.95.
All right. Any questions? Need a motion for the approval of vouchers, please. First by Mrs. Martin, second by Mr. Haynes. All those in favor? Motion passes.
Approval of personnel. The personnel packet was uploaded and seeking approval of that packet.
All right, need a motion for the approval of personnel, please. First by Mr. Stanley, second by Mrs. Longacre. All those in favor, motion passes.
Approval of donations. We have none this evening, so we can jump to approval of fundraisers. We do have one fundraiser before you this evening, and Mr. Rutherford, along with Mrs. Manning, are requesting approval for students to raise funds to donate to water.org to help supply fresh water in areas around the world. This directly aligns with the content our Earth Space Science classes is covering right now.
So what is this fundraiser? What are they doing? Just asking for donations?
Right here we go. Students are learning about the lack of fresh water throughout the world. As part of that, they are raising money to donate to water.org through donations to help supply fresh water in poverty-stricken areas around the globe.
All right, need a motion for the approval of fundraisers, please. First by Mr. Stanley, second by Mr. Haynes. All those in favor, motion passes.
Now we'll move into action items. The first action item sitting in front of you this evening is a request for approval for the 2026 summer school plans.
Any questions on the school plans? Need a motion for the approval of summer school 2026. First by Mr. Haynes, second by Mrs. Martin. All those in favor, motion passes.
I like the, you had 2 dates in there that you're going to be pushing into the libraries and the 2 communities. Really smart idea.
To go to the kids.
Yeah, so that if there was a transportation.
Yep.
Awesome, available. I thought it was a good.
Yeah, and that's a change. We haven't done
I
that.
was like, yeah, it's a good call out.
Yeah.
And the libraries are gonna love to see it.
Yes. The next action item, seeking approval for, is the surplus list items for Park Elementary School and Madison-Grant Junior Senior High School. That's being recommended by Ms. Pyatt and Mr. Rutherford and Mrs. Duckworth.
Any questions? Need a motion for the approval of surplus, please. First by Mr. Haynes, second by Mr. Stanley. All those in favor? Motion passes.
The third of four action items I have for you this evening is the cancellation of old checks that we're bound to claim as void by Indiana Code 5-11-10.5. There were none for Park Elementary, but there is one for Summitville, a handful for Madison-Grant Junior Senior High School, and then 3 for Madison-Grant United School Corporation.
You were gonna check on one of those. Did we
I
ever
did.
check on that?
Yep, I did.
That's what it was? It was reissued?
No, it was a reimbursement for a team meal that our coach purchased and never cashed his check for it.
Gotcha. All right. Any other questions? All right, need a motion for the approval of outstanding checks, please. First by Mr. Stanley, second by Mrs. Martin. All those in favor? Motion passes. Wendy? Okay, then we have one abstain.
The fourth item I have before you this evening is our virtual partner, virtual prep and beacon school calendar for 2026, 2027. I will tell you that their first student day is the same as our in-person. Their fall break is the same as our in-person. Their winter break is as well. Their spring break, that they do finish a little bit earlier than us. But for the most part, school calendar aligns with our in-person calendar as well.
All right, need a motion for the approval of the V-Prep calendar, please. First by Mrs. Martin, second by Mr. Stanley. All those in favor? Motion passes.
They're gonna finish a little, they don't normally finish the.
They typically do.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll take
Some days, like James Dean Friday is a perfect example. They don't need to take off for James Dean Friday.
I just couldn't remember how that, if it worked differently with their graduation. I was like,
And with ours, we have built-in snow makeup days that they don't.
They don't need to.
No. So yeah, it creates about a 5-day difference. Okay. Now on to superintendent's updates. The first thing I have for you this evening is our January 2026 cash flow. So I'll give you each a chance to get there. All right, we will start in the education fund. And in the month of January, we started with $3,650,328.82. We did receive $1,492,923.07 in revenue. We spent $1,570,164.23, leaving us with a fund balance of $3,573,087.66. I will remind you that January was a 3-pay month. So salaries and benefits are going to be a little bit higher this month. And again, it feels like we just finished one of these, and here we are starting on 1 out of 12. So debt service, no activity for the month of January. So we started in the end of the month with a fund balance of $514,220.31. Jump to operations. We started the year with $3,462,321.18. We received $24,799.37 in revenue. We spent $576,491.28, leaving us with a fund balance of $2,910,629.27. Now, I will remind you again, 3-pay month, so expenses there, but we also paid our property casualty insurance in the month of January. And while we're on that topic, I know Mr. Wygrew, I believe March 6th, has volunteered to attend our policy analytics in-person seminar. I'm not going to be in town, but Mr. Wygrew, I registered him for that. And one of the highlights of this seminar is property and casualty insurance, managing risk in an era of rising costs. So that tells you that a lot of us are facing rising costs on our property casualty. Their description: premiums are climbing statewide, driven by inflation, replacement values, and increased claims volatility. In this session, we will unpack what is driving market conditions, how insurers are underwriting schools differently, and what districts should be reviewing right now in their coverage structure. I say all that to present these numbers to you. In 2021, our property casualty insurance cost us $145,000. In 2022, $158,000. In 2023, $197,000. In 2024, $248,000. In 2025, $283,000. And in 2026, we paid $294,215.97 for property casualty insurance. So in the last 5 years, we've grown by $150,000. We've more than doubled in the last 5 years. So thank you to Mr. Whitegroup for his willingness to attend that policy analytics seminar coming up on March 6th. And I'll be interested to chat with him after he attends that as we continue to look at this. So, but again, not something that only we are dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any questions in regards to the operations cash flow? Okay, rainy day, no activity for the month, so we still have $1,746.36 as our fund balance. From an ADM standpoint, in person, the month of January was 897 and virtual was 1,224. So that's where our ADM stood. We did have a February count that will determine our funding for this these 6 months, January through June. So once that gets solidified, we'll see an adjustment in that. And that will change our basic tuition support for this 6-month period. I will entertain any additional questions in regards to January cash flow at this time. Okay, hearing none, we will then jump back over to our presentation. One of the things that Brian and I started doing this last week, was reviewing the long-term facility study and the projects or the work that they've identified that needs to be completed. And so we've started to unpack that to begin to create a recommendation on items that we can get checked off with cash on hand. Okay, so our leftover 2023 construction fund, more than $245,000 that I encumbered on the 25 budget. So we're going through that and identifying needs, high needs that fall within the 1.1. So he and I will continue to work on that, but it would be my hope to at least bring a recommendation for a starting point to you guys. Probably, hopefully that our only meeting in March, I think it's March 17th. So we'll continue to dig into that and start to outline that, because I'd like to start to move forward to get projects on the books for this summer. I know we've already started obtaining some peripheral quotes just based upon some of the work. You know, as he shared tonight in the park tour, we had somebody in looking at doors and replacement of exterior doors and some of those pieces. So we'll continue to review that, but it would be my hope that in our meeting in March, we would come back with a starting point to begin some conversations in regards to that. And then our software conversion. So you guys remember we went live back on November 11th in our new financial software. The conversion is proving to be everything I thought it would be, which is challenging and frustrating and time demanding. But we have now entered what I'm going to call the home stretch as, was it yesterday? My data gets mixed up now. Yesterday, we started reconciling. So now we're going back and for the last 3 months, reconciling it now that we're on this side of the conversion. So I will be glad to get those 3 months reconciled and to be able to just begin daily normal operations in our new financial software.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was gonna say.
Now that superintendent's updates are finished, Ms. Rowan just walked in. And so I'm going to turn the floor over to her, and she can explain the tax program that she is providing community members, the outside public, and her utilization of a couple of our students to do that as well. So go ahead and share.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Rowan, and I've been involved with the IRS Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program for 21 years now. And in where I used to live, I trained all of the volunteers in 3 counties. So I know what I'm doing here. But when I moved to Fairmount, I wanted to get a program started here at the high school. So 3 years ago, I started with 1 student, and last year I had 2 students. Mason Seward is one of them, and we had Ryder York, who's not here, but they both decided to do it again this year, and I'll let you ask them questions about that. I wanted to tell you what our statistics were for last year. We transmitted only 43 returns because we don't have any publicity and no grant money at this time. And that garnered $86,232 worth of refund money that came back into our community. Out of that, we had earned income credit of $15,000, which is money that the government provides to lower income people. We had child tax credit of $23,821, also money that is provided by the government, and additional child tax credit of $8,736. We also had some people who utilized the education credits of about $1,249. So with all of this, I hope that you can see that this is a really valuable program for our community. I would like to see it grow. Where I came from before, we did like 300 returns. So it's a little hard with only 2 students, but I'm trying to publicize that within the school itself to get more people interested. So
Maybe explain time that you guys are serving the public and
When you do it.
utilizing our space.
Yes.
So maybe explain that a little bit.
Okay, so we meet by appointment only here on the Madison-Grant campus from 3:30 till 5:30, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if we don't have any people scheduled, then we don't have to do it. We also do virtual returns so that the people don't have to come into the school. They can either upload their documents into our tax program, or they can drop it off and then we prepare it and then get it back to them once it's done. So the way that we work this program, a client comes in, we have a set procedure that we're supposed to follow by IRS rules, and we interview the taxpayers and get as much information as we can. And then one of the volunteers, either Mason, who is certified to the advanced level, or Ryder, who's certified at the basic level, will prepare the return based upon whatever level of criteria it meets. There are a few returns that we cannot do. We cannot do farming returns. We cannot do self-employed if they have employees or inventory, depreciation type things. Even though I know how to do that because I used to teach tax accounting at the university, my volunteers do not. So it would require that. So those are really the 2 main return types that we cannot prepare. The way that I trained the preparers, we met before the filing season started. We met at the library, and we have training documents. We have a resource book that is about this big, but it explains to anyone if you have this situation, you can go to that resource section and it explains exactly what you need to do. I'm the site coordinator, so if they have a problem, I solve it. If I can't solve it, I call my IRS spec partner, and we work things out until we can get it solved. That doesn't happen very often, but it's nice to have that available if we need it.
So Mason, what are your plans after Madison-Grant?
So my plans after Madison-Grant, I sent in my application to Ball State. I've been admitted. I'll be going there next year as freshman. By the end of this year, I should have my first year done, which will be nice. But I plan on going to their accounting program. I either becoming a future CPA or financial advisor. I've always liked all kinds of money-wise, how it kind of works in the system, how people voice, because I know a few of my family has always had a little bit of financial struggle, but I'm also willing to also help those out that are in need.
Awesome.
You've got a great resume book there.
Yeah,
No kidding.
that's awesome.
Funny to talk about on your college application. What a service.
What's your favorite part of this program?
My favorite part of the program, I love how easy the system they've made it. I mean, it's an easy program. You can find almost any form that you would ever need on there. It's really easy input. I mean, it's laid out awesome.
What has the learning curve been for working with the general public?
It's been an experience. There's all kinds of new people you meet from different areas in their life. It could be from people that are all the way in retirement, or it could be someone in their teenage years. We've had a few, actually here at Madison-Grant, that have come do their taxes with us. So it's definitely good to see how everyone can come together on something and help each other out.
Generally, you do like announcements of the program through the emails, one of those daily announcements.
Yep.
Is that the majority of your advertising on this?
Yes.
Yeah, so there.
Well, I have a few, printout papers that I put in some of the businesses downtown. I have one posted at the library, museum. I intend to put some at some of the banks, at the trustee's office.
Maybe the libraries,
Pardon?
the libraries.
Yes.
Yes. I think it's a great service. You're probably saving some money to people who might have paid to have that service on, and so that's one thing.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Honestly, one of the last clients we had drove over from Muncie, and she said she normally would do the returns herself using TurboTax. But she said the price increase on TurboTax this year was significant for her, and so she went on the IRS website. We are listed on the IRS website, but you have to know to go there and look. So she found out about us, and so she made an appointment and came and had her taxes done here.
Yeah.
So we get them from Elwood, Marion, Muncie, Anderson, Fairmount.
That's from
Summitville.
Lafayette.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is amazing.
That's incredible.
You want to introduce your
Yes.
second student helper?
This is Ryder York. Ryder York, you're a sophomore?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore.
He's a sophomore, so we get him for a couple.
Ryder, are you thinking along those lines for after Madison-Grant accounting? Something along that direction, or
No.
what drew you to the program, I guess?
No, I don't personally I don't want to go into accounting for like a profession, but I went into it for the knowledge it teaches me. I would know I do my own taxes. I think that's a useful skill. Everyone really needs to know. Plus, I just wanted to volunteer, this was the best service because it allowed me to learn and allowed me to help other people too. So that's why I chose to do it.
The students do earn community service hours, which
Absolutely.
are required here at Madison-Grant, as they should be, so.
Yeah.
They will fulfill all of their community service hours in the fire
I think
department.
I have 12 already this year.
Okay, good.
That's awesome.
So you're getting ready to send one away, but then you've got one that's up and coming too, so.
Yes.
Got any friends, right?
I asked them.
Yeah.
They're not up for it yet.
Okay, I'll convince them. Keep working. It's great to put on a resume, great to put
Yeah.
on,
Oh,
yeah,
it's great to put on a resume.
Yeah. That's some great work. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
No,
So,
All
and
three.
I will tell you, anything that we can do to help with the publicity, even moving into future years, just get in touch with me. And, you know, we have events that people are at, and we have, you know, I think the biggest thing of a free service like this is just getting the word out so that people are aware that it
Yeah.
exists.
Even on career day, maybe having a table that we could staff, and even though it's not technically a career to do the VIDE program, it leads into a career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
But parents usually are coming in to fill out FAFSAs, just after October. So to be in here for, I mean, obviously you're not doing taxes then, but you know, something, they're gonna be thinking about them, you know, by the beginning of next year. So, you know, something else that they can
Yeah.
have, a resource they can have.
and we normally can begin training as early as November,
Okay.
so that they could be fully certified before
Yep.
January 1st even.
Well, we appreciate your willingness to provide this opportunity to our community, but then also, taking care of a couple of our students at the same time too. So thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate hearing about it too.
Yeah.
I see the announcement every time, and I'm never real sure. So thank you for coming out and spending your time. I know time's valuable, and we're in your evenings, but thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Boys, nice job.
Yeah, no kidding. That's incredible.
Thanks for getting involved.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, getting involved. That's awesome. Yeah. Never know what kind of a passion it could lead to, like I said, in the future. So, yeah. When you walk into your accounting class, you're gonna be, oh, yeah.
I already know how to do
I
that.
don't know, you can start spewing stuff out. I mean, that professor is gonna just be like, what?
I'm a tax season veteran.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, another interesting thing is sometimes people have an idea that they want to go into accounting. My son was one of those people. He had the mind for it, he had the aptitude for it, but he did this program for 2 years, and for him, it was not a good fit. He
Yeah.
said, I don't want to be sitting behind a computer,
Yep.
meeting with people all day. So it can
Yeah,
solidify that that's the course of action you want to take, or it can confirm. oh,
Yep.
no,
it's
not
a way to get your feet wet before you spend
Absolutely.
thousands of dollars
Absolutely.
garnering a degree that you might not use otherwise. So, yeah, that's awesome.
And our clients are very happy. They are always very appreciative.
That's awesome. Yep,
Very cool.
that's great. Yeah, that is cool.
Good
Well,
stuff.
thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, now we can jump back into our public expressions. The public is always invited to speak before the board. Please stand when recognized by the president and state your first and last name. Comments should be addressed to the board and be limited to corporation issues only. No complaints or accusations regarding personnel can be allowed during this public discussion time. A time limit of 3 minutes will be given. If more than one person is represented for a group, only one spokesperson will be heard. Hearing none. Maybe. You're gonna have to skip it again? Must be that YouTube video right there that slows it down. Well, here, I'll just go right to the
Right
agenda.
next to it, yeah.
Yep.
Should be board expressions.
Yep, school board expressions.
Hey, the Madison-Grant Hall of Fame's induction happened this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fantastic. A lot of good information. People were great. The speeches were great. The TJ and the committee did a fantastic job, and it was Brooke Justice, Brock Massey, Brooke Hall, Bob Holloway. That is who? TJ Hernan.
Turner.
Oh, yep. Eric, or,
Doug Turner.
Doug Turner. And they just really put on a very nice event. And then the chicken and noodle dinner for the Alumni Association just led right into that. So it was a really nice time. And I know Brock gave some tours out of the new facility. And it was just a really, really nice event.
great.
Very well put together.
Mhm.
It was great to see all of the people. Hey, Andy, did you get a head count on the alumni dinner?
Around 150.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
and-
That's
and
great.
It was mostly Hall of Fame attendees, but we sold 75 tickets at the door. So, it was good turnout, yeah.
Good.
Hey, it was Valentine's Day, so I'm getting,
Yes.
Well,
maybe some people were in love.
what kind of way to spend Valentine's?
I know, eating some more too, yeah. I'm just thinking, maybe some people were in love, and your next one's gotta be like.
I
Well,
know.
maybe.
They will be sick for cooking by then.
Hey, it was a great Valentine's date for my wife and I.
Yeah,
Worked for us.
I think it was also a really good social media presence leading up to.
Yes.
I really liked how we featured
Each other,
each of the persons in the Hall of Fame and that little write-up, and yeah, that was really good. Really good coverage
there
leading up
were
to the night and after.
so many people that I'd heard about, like my grandfather talked about some of these people.
Right.
I was like, oh, look at this. So it was very cool. And I think the oldest guy there is talking about one of our seventh grade athletes.
Yep.
He's a kid to watch.
Sure was.
So, it was really cool. I enjoyed myself.
They were taking,
Probably took all of Jim's 9 Madison-Grant lives. Right there in that one event. He may not be back until graduation. But for Madison-Grant people, it was something pretty special.
great time.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I had that I wanted to talk about how cool it was, but.
Oh.
Yeah, so no, that was great.
Congratulations, Drip Paisley,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Good
good,
luck, yeah. Good luck to him.
qualifying for the state finals.
Wrestling, yeah. What weight class is he?
132 pounder, this is
Okay.
his second time. He's only, I don't hold me to this, I think he's only the third wrestler to qualify for state, and he's done it 2 years in a row, so.
Wow.
Yeah,
Time to get
maybe
flying
a
out.
future Hall of Famer, maybe.
Hey. Yeah, they didn't put any wrestlers in.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? No? All right.
Is it gonna work now? There we go. Upcoming events, March 17th, we will start the evening at Somerville Elementary School for our building tour at 5:30 PM, followed by the 7 o'clock PM board meeting right here. And then, just as a reminder, that is our one and only meeting in March. And then we'll be back here again on April 14th at 7 o'clock PM for a regularly scheduled board meeting.
All right.
You better be square.
And
Right.
then, how about adjournment?
I think so. I need a motion for adjournment. Mrs. Longacre, Mr. Stanley, motion's approved, meeting adjourned.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. We
I'm
greatly
sorry.
appreciate it.
Oh, no,
You're-
no, no.
I fell yesterday.
Oh, my
On
gosh.
ice and spent most of the day at the ER.
Oh,
wow.
I'm very